beautiful. Wait, if I install this on my car, am I going to become one of those roof rack guys? I don't feel any different. All that worrying for nothing. So wide and unflattering. No. One of these thingies. Babe, I'm gonna skip dinner tonight. I'm gonna hit the dunes with the BMXs before sundown. I need help. Why do I have 19 apps for wave charts? I just need to calm down, lower my blood sugar. What? No. 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 Hey everyone, welcome to Break It Yourself. Today, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how I installed my Gobi Roof Rack. Got a ratchet set, wrench set, glove here, painter's tape, some microfiber, alcohol, and is a trim removal kit. I'll link this in the description. How I'm going to attempt to get the luggage rack off. Alrighty, so Gobi says never under any circumstances should you pry against the vehicle body. And generally I agree with that. But from what I've seen, when people just pull up on these things, it doesn't go very well. So I think if you have a rag, you're probably okay. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. And look, and I didn't even have to pry that hard. So definitely check the description because I'm gonna link this because that was super easy. Okay, the removal and cleaning went way easier than I thought and took about 20 minutes. So I did clean it already. So we do need the mounting brackets. Front passenger side, front driver side. Okay, these are the mounting brackets, this side up, they all look the same. These look like D1, all of our A's and our A1s here. And this is our D1. So we're gonna lay these out. You're gonna have an A, you're gonna have two spacers here. This is A1. You're gonna have your D1 after that. You're gonna have another A1. And then you're gonna have your mounting bracket like that. You'll read and see people that do silicone. I'm specifically not doing silicone and we're gonna see how it goes. They don't call for it in the instructions, so we're just gonna go for it. Figure 5. Place black seal A over and around each white straw tube as shown. So this is gonna go in here. And like I mentioned, this is normally the step where people say, hey, I'm gonna put some silicone in here. I'm not doing silicone. So I put A in. Then figure 6, place, these are now black, the instructions call them white. Place one white nylon spacer onto the rubber seal A and over each white straw as shown above. So these are gonna go here. And this is, I think this will keep all your water out because essentially you're gonna cinch down on this nylon and that is gonna create a seal around each one of these. So we'll see if it works. Hopefully it works. Now A1 and A are different, as you can see. So this is A and this is A1. So A1, the holes are offset. And the way that the picture is describing it is that the extra rubber would be towards the roof. So we'll do that like that. Place the black rubber seal debris cover over both white nylon spacers as shown in figure 7. And then place the black powder coated cover plate, which is D1, this little guy right here. Place that over. Now we're gonna put another A on top. So I'm gonna get all of them set up like this, and then I'm gonna come back and do these screws last because I'm gonna like lube them all up, and I'm gonna put a glove on to do that, and I don't wanna have to like take the glove off. All right, we are 1 hour in, exactly 1 hour in. I'm filming and moving tripods and all that stuff, and we got the old rails off, and we've got the 4 mounting brackets installed currently. That's where we are. We'll see what the next step is. The next step is actually to lift the rack itself right here up onto the 4Runner. And I'm gonna have to wait for some help. So 1 hour's work and we're ready to actually lift the rack up on top of the 4Runner. So definitely don't do what I just did. That's pretty much what I say in every video. So it wants us to put this pad P in between these two, so I have to lift this up. Line up the holes. Okay. And this requires the nylon nuts, bolts, and then a bunch of washers. So we're gonna do a washer on top, and then a washer and nut on the bottom. According to the manual, this piece used to come attached, and that is not the case. Holy moly. we've got a rack up there. It looks great. Next step is to center it on the car. I don't exactly know how to do that, but it says make sure it's centered. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. And then we're gonna get the front height right. So we'll need a tape measure for that. Once we set the height, have it centered, then we can tighten everything else up. So we're gonna work on centering it now. Okay, first, well, this seems like an issue. This is as far down as I can get it, and it's at 3.5 inches. Because the way that these brackets go together, I can't actually get this to go down anymore. So hopefully 3.5 inches is okay. It calls out 3.25, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up. All right, next step is all of the 5mm screws, the Allen wrench screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 of those. We're gonna tighten those down first, and then you come back and tighten all of these nuts and bolts that you put in with the nylon nut. So Allen wrench first, all the way around 8 times, tighten them down, and then we're gonna come back with our 2 wrenches and cinch everything else down. Here we go. The directions say to install this 3/4 inch down from this bracket, but as you'll see, it's just fully extended on pretty much all of them to achieve that 3/4. So I don't know if they changed that in the manufacturing or what. I'm also debating ripping this sticker off. All right, so you're supposed to clean this, which I already did. Shoot, they have grease already on these. Awesome. So we're gonna measure over 3 3/8 inches and put some masking tape. Gotta go clean my fingers. Alrighty, so I've already cleaned this surface with some alcohol. Now, the instructions say we're coming over from here 3 3/8 inches, and then we're gonna put a piece of masking tape. That's pretty much on the money there. 3 3/8. It says to just eyeball this up, which is what I'm going for. It says you can use a level, but that would only work if the ground is level. Which it's not at all. So I think this is what I'm gonna go with. The ladder's just kind of touching this 4 when you're looking dead on. And it looks okay to me. Have no idea if it's actually level or not. It's a little unsettling, but I think visually I'm okay with it. All right, we've got everything aligned, and this screw is basically in contact at the very top of this hole and almost in the middle of this hole here, and it aligns pretty much with the edge of the 4 as well. So next we're gonna take off the double-sided tape of this guy and install that. This is our line here, and we can remove this masking tape. One more cleaning. I've already cleaned this with alcohol, and now we peel. It also says to hold for 30 seconds once you stick it down. So we'll be sure to do that. All right. This is the pinch plate that we're putting on the underside or the back side of the door. Overall, the install went really well. The rack just going on by itself took about 2 hours, and that was with me like moving cameras around, using tripods and whatnot, stopping, starting, all that kind of stuff. So about 2 hours to get the top rack on. People would caution you to say that I'm very handy, so maybe that's why it went a little bit faster. The little wind dam or whatever it's called, the little windscreen that goes on the front, that took me probably 30, 45 minutes, longer than I expected. And then the ladder was another, let's say 30, 45 minutes as well. I took lunch in between getting the main rack installed and doing any of the other stuff, so that kind of broke it up as well. But overall, pretty easy. I was expecting a lot tougher. There were just a couple things where I had, you know, the manual said one thing and then I was seeing something totally different. So the spacing between the very front of the rack and the top of the 4Runner was supposed to be 3¼ inches, and I could not get lower than 3½ on both of mine. So that seems to be an issue. And then that windscreen, I kind of had to finagle it a little bit. It wasn't as easy as the manual appeared to make it. I hope this install video of the Gobi rack on my 5th gen 4Runner was helpful for you if you're trying to do the same thing. As always, thank you so much for watching and Break It Yourself. Don't forget to thumbs me up, and we will see you next time.